Finally, the sun's starting to set, so it's a little tolerable being out here. And the sugar snap peas are coming up really nicely. They're almost to the point, almost, that I could get them on this trellis. The lettuces and the spinach are doing really well. I gotta go through and weed the carrots again. Actually, I've noticed some of them are starting to get their second leaves. So that's really good. That means they're doing well. The potatoes are going crazy. They're looking really, really good. So far, super healthy. You can tell these are the purple ones. They will produce purple flowers. So the biggest thing I have a problem with, oh boy, they're starting already. I always, every year, have a pest problem with potatoes. Well, they still look really, really good. Wow, they're like growing so fast, so much foliage. This is nice. Can't wait for them to flower. The sugar snap peas are kind of hanging on. They don't get quite as much sun right now as the other side does, but they're still growing pretty good. The Brussels, the cabbage, and Brussels, broccoli, cauliflower are doing really well. I'm gonna start picking out some flowers and put some flowers in here, get this all mulched up. Then this bed is completely done. I did put in my zucchini plants, the regular green zucchini, the yellow zucchini, and all the rest of this is acorn squash. I kind of just plopped some seeds in and we will start getting those germinated. So this bed is done. I got the peppers that I want to put in. These are my peppers. Some of them died. So I stopped at my local garden center and picked up some nice plants. So I'll put these in here. And then I was just looking, because the cucumbers are gonna grow up this trellis. And I wanted to put the peppers here because I'm gonna put the tomatoes there. And I guess I probably should have put them on that side. But I'm just looking at shade. But maybe if I put them farther to this end, they'll get sun longer. So if I keep them halfway. But the peppers like to be kind of close together because, ooh, let me do this. That's really bright. So they can kind of help each other stay upright. Once they start growing, putting fruit on, then they tend to lean over a little. So if you kind of plant them a little closer together, which I'm doing anyways, because in the raised beds, I'm just packing stuff in as tight as I can, then they kind of help each other hold themselves up better. So we're gonna try it. We'll put them on that end. The green beans are all here. You can see where I watered them, and that's where the rows are. And those couple of really hot days, they started popping right up, so I'm super excited. I did put the cucumbers on both sides of this trellis already. I just threw in a bunch of seeds. I know some people say go light on the seeds because they're overcrowded, but I'm gonna see what I can get. All my loofahs are coming in. They look better on the other side. The loofahs, I put them this far over because as the sun is setting, you can see this big bush here. It starts to shadow this area. And I need the loofahs to be hot for as long as I can get them. So we have a really short growing season, so I will probably have to, I'll probably have to bring them inside to let them dry in the fall because they need a long time. But the cabbages are doing really, really well in this spot. I thought they would be a little too hot on this end, but they are doing really well. I had a little volunteer plant that was in there, so I was really excited to see that. I did put my grapevines out to kind of harden them off. Show you those. These are the grapevines. Don't mind the weedy mess. I still have to weed all this. I'm gonna put them in. Let me take a step back here. I'm gonna center them. Then I'm gonna make the main stalk go up. And then they're gonna go off each side of the fence. So, I got one on each side. And then I'll put flowers around it because that's going to be the only thing in this bed is the grapevine. So I'll put, maybe I'll actually put, I should put some perennials right in there, shouldn't I? Maybe I'll put perennials on each side of these two beds. That way there's always something in here with them. And then this last bed, I have no plans for. So I think I'm going to grab my daughter and head to the garden center and see what kind of other plants that we can get that we can put in this one. Or once I plant everything out, I can see what I have left, which I probably won't. It's pretty amazing that putting these beds in, I seem to have way more room than when I had the whole garden open. So we will see. So I'm gonna put the peppers in tonight and get them mulched up and watered well, because it's already 5:30 and I just have to be realistic with my time, I guess. I gotta work tomorrow. And and I was gonna wait, let me get in the shade here. Wait till this weekend to tell y'all I'm having surgery next week. So I'm gonna have some time off. I won't be able to lift anything, but hoping everything goes well and then I can be home and my husband will be home with me for a little bit. And we'll get things watered, we'll keep things light and weeded and keep an eye on everything, and we'll see how the summer goes. Ooh, bugs are bad this time of day. But I'm excited to keep going and keep gardening while I'm off. Okay, everything's put in, mulched, and watered. So the smaller ones are mine and the bigger ones are from the greenhouse. So I will see which ones are bigger. Ooh, and I had one eggplant because I don't eat eggplant, my husband does. So I got one beautiful eggplant going. And I think this one is a jalapeno, so we will see. Looking good, so here she is. Here she is. Coop is done. Ooh-wee. This is my cousin Lauren's coop. We changed the roofs up a bit because this is what I would like in my chicken coop. I think they would like it. And there's 5 nesting boxes in here. And the little chicken door. Everything looks so nice. I'll show you the outside. There it is. Nice little change up for the nesting boxes. And she had the chicken door shipped to us so we could put it in for her. So it's all set to go. Looks good. Looks good. So, I'm super excited. They're coming shortly, and we have no idea how we're going to get it up on the trailer. So, this will be interesting. While I am waiting for her to come, I wanted to talk about my specialty lilies. So, not the orange lilies, not the yellow lilies that you kind of see on the side of the road, like the specialty lilies that are like red, white, pink, speckled, those kind of specialty lilies. When I first planted mine, I noticed these little red bugs. And when I did my research, I found out that when these planted were first imported from Asia, I don't know, decades and decades ago, they also imported these red bug beetle things. And they only eat specialty lilies. So as these grow, I'll show you what they look like, but they are growing up tall right now. There these. They'll grow up, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little heads on there that they will come out and they will each grow a flower. But they don't last very long. But I actually noticed one, and I should have got my camera out when I saw it, but there are these bright red bugs. So, and when there's one, there's more. So the first year they annihilated these flowers and they looked terrible. And I was so sad. But my friend Kathy told me the story of them being imported from Asia, and they will annihilate your flower. So the second year when I knew this, I started picking them off and putting them in soapy water. And then I noticed there was a lot less, because they will actually lay their eggs on the underside of the leaves, and then they just reproduce and reproduce, and then they just destroy it. Now granted, these lilies only last for a few days once they really open anyways, so you don't get a lot of time with them. So then to have them destroyed by this bug is terrible. And I just found one today, so I gave it to the chickens, and I'm just gonna keep my eye on them. I have my pink ones, they're stargazer lilies, I think they're called, and they get annihilated with those too. So I just keep an eye. Actually, when I found the bug, I might be able to show you here. See, it already started eating part of that leaf. So I saw that from a mile away, that red bug, and I just grabbed it. So just pluck it off, because it flies. They fly. They're gross. But I just grab it and I gave it to the chickens for them to eat. So if you have specialty lilies and they're getting eaten, that's probably why. So just take them, put them in soapy water, and let them die. And these are my stargazer lilies. So eventually here in another year or so, I'm gonna have to move these because they come back every year. I planted 5. Well, and it's been probably, I don't know, 5 years or so since I planted them. I planted 5, there's 4 now. I mean, they kind of peter off. The other ones that I planted kind of multiplied a little bit. They don't quite spread like the other lilies do, but they're still really, really pretty when they come in. So this is them beforehand. Oh, I gotta look in there. So they are so pretty. They don't last very long, so I do try to take a bunch of videos when they do bloom, because they are really, really gorgeous.
Yep, we're trying.
No, I think you're okay, I think. Alright, hang on to that for a sec. You're tight. Alright, hang on.
Who is that? What do you say?
Okay, go on. Go on.
Oh, it's gonna hit. It's hitting.
Alright, hang on.
Underneath on the bottom.
Alright, come back.
Pry it up just a little bit. See, and they're working.
Go a little bit more. Keep going. You're okay. Alright, hang on a sec. Alright, go ahead. You want to shorten that up?
Hold it, Gavin.
You couldn't make it any bigger?
Oh, you're losing your
Hang
rope.
on, hang on.
Wait, lost your rope.
You hold.
What can I do?
I think we're sweet. We're good, I think.
Lower it down. Lower the dump.
Yeah, keep going. Okay.
Here, do it this side. Oh, babe, Jesus Christ.
Go for
Come
it.
on. Well, you're in at the 50 points. There you go.
Go, 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 go. Eee.
You're all right.
OMG!
That's good. Good.
I can't believe this just happened.
Oh my God.
I literally cannot believe that just
I told
happened.
Jay that we could just strap that down, that box.
We're gonna need to put something on this.
Yeah, he said he was gonna find a latch, and I said we can just strap it. till we get home.
Holy pajamas. I think I just held my breath for like 20 minutes. Well, that's called redneck right there. Nice job. Woo!
Will you come home and help me get it off?
I mean, she did so much work standing here. Do this, do that.
Seriously.
Whew.
I told you had a tractor and you're just going to put forks on it.
I do. I contemplated coming here with it to do it.
So when Lauren left, she went to pick up some 20 chickens that she purchased from someone. They're pullets. So she actually took the coop and drove there, put the chickens in the coop, and then brought the chickens home in the coop. I mean, at first I laughed, but actually it's a really good idea because, I mean, otherwise you're putting them in totes or crates or something, and she already had the coop. Ow, you bit my finger. So all the chickens are happy at Lauren's house, and they're all ready for a new home, which is really, really nice. So I hope they enjoy their new lives. So for now, thank you for growing with me so I can grow with you.